Broadcasting from the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence, Nctv45. Nctv45 Newcastle, The Train.
Entrusting your loved one to a funeral director is a very personal and emotional decision. The funeral director you choose must understand the importance of the decision you have made. When you call the William and Roger DeCarbo Funeral Home, I recognize what a privilege it is to be chosen at your time of need. We will provide you and your family with the best service possible, with sincerity and compassion.
The William and Roger DeCarbo Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1941.
When you have legal issues, Paula Chalella, attorney at law, 113 North Mercer Street, Newcastle.
If you're craving hot dogs and more, and you're in the area, then look no farther than Coney Island, downtown Newcastle on Kennedy Square.
Today's program furnished by funding from Bill's Bake Shop, where smiles are everywhere.
Good morning, Newcastle, and a very pleasant welcome to Newswatch Morning. As big day for Nctv45, and we want to tell you we're up to the challenge. I have since reassigned people so that we can get everything through, and we'll talk a little bit about that later. Also, we'll talk about the lives lost on this fateful day, September 11th, and what freedom we take for granted. It's very important, and as we enter this pandemic or this time that we're in, that we've been in, very important to know what those freedoms mean. Pandemic or no pandemic, common courtesy, and just all around, we'll talk about that. Let's take a look at the weather as I continue to update everybody along our station line, and I can't wait. I was promised the big monitors today, so holy heck, I can't wait, because the glasses, the monitors, it makes it very difficult to see. It is 64 degrees in Lawrence County, and you know, we had looked at radar, and off to the west of Ohio, there was some cloud cover. You could see Ohio pretty clear. Here's Pittsburgh radar, which gives you a better look at the southwest, because northwest, southwest, and west, our weather's coming all out of those. So we give you 2 looks at radar. That's where we stand right now in Lawrence County, and hopefully you have your first or second cup of coffee. I'm working on coffee and iced tea. I found out that that's the right combination for me, being up the hours that I'm up. So let's talk about 9/11 first, and kind of how it fits in to the times we're in. Folks, I can remember the day vividly. Sun was shining, beaming, and as most of you know, I've coached and taught for 36 years in various systems in Pennsylvania as well as Ohio. At this time I was and it's closed down, Quigley Catholic, and I was coaching football, working in their alumni office, and the radio was on. And I had heard somebody flew in to the World Trade Center. Now, with it being that high up, the station that I was listening to reported that it was an amateur plane operator. Amateur plane operator flew into the World Trade Center. Later on, we discovered that we were under attack. You know, that's not too unlike today. But we're refusing to discover the attacks we're under. Today's attacks aren't involving planes. Today's attacks are trying to divide Americans. I'm very happy right now where I'm located in the Majestic. There are people of color here. They're white, they're black, they're brown, and every other shade. And you know, we seem to get along just fine. We have pride in our community. People respecting individuals doing excellence. That pride is lacked other places. So every morning, sometimes I don't even know the people's names because it's very hard. Here comes a lady, says good morning every morning. White guy walking, says good morning every morning to me, and I can't remember his name. And you know, we have a lot of different views. And we've talked about them openly. And we've embraced each other, saying we agree or disagree, But we never violated anybody else's freedom of speech, freedom of thought, freedom to express their opinion. So, what are we doing now? It wasn't but a week. I went to get a cup of coffee. And there is one woman, and I'm going to come out and say it. I won't tell the name of her business, that insists on harassing. One day we were having a meeting. I sent my son down there long before the pandemic for a dozen of donuts and coffee. She felt it necessary to belittle him, not take the order. So now I've just refused to go to the establishment. Because I don't think the owners want to confront this woman and tell her it's time to start being nice to people. She also put out an erroneous email. In order to preserve our freedoms, the first thing that we're going to have to accept is the foundation of our laws are based on the Constitution of the United States. And when taking an oath, it says, I will defend the Constitution of the United States, so help me God. That standard should be held up to everyone. As we remember 9/11 and the people that tried to take those freedoms away, well, in my humble opinion, there are people today that are taking advantage of the pandemic, trying to take those freedoms away. Don't let them do it. We'll talk more about that as we go through. Now, Newswatch, and let's get to a little traffic. Now, I went out and about and take a look at what's going on. So here you go with State Route 168, and this is over by 376. 422 as the road breaks off and changes. Basically clear, no problems there. And let's take a look if you're heading to, and I want to kind of 224 and 79. Pretty clear. 79 getting a lot of traffic into the Pittsburgh area, but really not a problem. As we continue to show you our traffic and monitor, now this is Route 79 and 80, or 224, excuse me. We'll continue to show you all our traffic updates. I realize a lot of people on the highways and byways getting out and around. This is, yeah, we showed you I-80 and 79. This is I-80 and 376 up in West Middlesex. pretty clear. We just went after these moments ago to give you a snapshot, if you would, of what's going on. Martha Street and 376 clear. So traffic arteries moving around, no real problems as we continue with Newswatch. And we were talking about 9/11, the personal freedoms that were attempted to take those personal freedoms away. Such a terrible thing. How does that play into the pandemic? Well, the national media is going overboard talking about Trump, and he lied. Time out. Let's think of famous leaders, and let's see if Donald Trump's quotes fall into them. Now, you know, in World War II, the German army was a very powerful army. Not to be taken lightly. Winston Churchill said, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself." I really don't think when you're being bombed day and night, that's the only thing you have to fear. I think those bombs are kind of a problem. Through history, leaders have said things to not cause a panic. Here, we have just the opposite going on. People are trying to cause a panic. 587 positives statewide, but we don't know how many of those were false positives. The total corona death, we don't know how many they said, oh, just put it down as a corona death. Your freedoms are in question. Tonight, Nctv45 will air high school football. Whether, you know, and it's very simple. You're afraid of the coronavirus, you stay home. You feel like it's okay to go out, you go shopping, you do what you have to do. However, inciting a problem, not a good idea. And this is where we find ourselves today. Can you believe the numbers? I don't know. Now, the PIA is not allowing any spectators with their 250 limit to the stadium. Now, Newcastle holds some 8,000 people. We've held 16,000 at one time. A quarter of the 8 is 2,000. A quarter of 6,000 is 1,500. Why are we being limited outside with that type of capacity? I don't have an answer. But maybe Governor Wolf can explain the Carlisle car show with 20,000 people that was outside. Tonight, look to Nctv45 for all your game coverage. The Department of Agriculture urges Pennsylvanians to squash spotted lanternflies today for future food security. The small acts of squashing them make a difference to farmers. And, you see a bug, kill it. And I'm on with that, as I'm not a bug person. Continuing on with Newswatch, and you might wonder, you say, geez, he's stretching and pushing everything out. Well, I had to shuffle people around. Josh and Ryan will be in the studio tonight while I'm at the stadium bringing you the game. So we got a lot of shuffling that we're doing. Wolf dedicates $15 million to connect students with high-speed internet and remote learning. I think the biggest thing to come away with here is the fact that Pennsylvania's remote areas do not have internet service. But then again, you know that from watching Nctv45 high school football. It'll be on again tonight. I'll be reminding you throughout this broadcast. Governor Wolf calls for the legislative action to support small business impact of COVID-19. You know, I gotta tell you, of all the jokes, excuse me, that have come out with COVID-19, the biggest joke has been small business assistance. It takes so long. And the small businesses can't get anybody to work. Another one of my friends walking out. She has 2 degrees. She's a nurse. She lives in the Majestic. She was in the Army. She's a woman of color. I salute her on 9/11. As I was saying, the legislature, the government have to understand that these businesses, you're asking them to hold on a heck of a long time while you keep things in check. Not allowing full capacity. We're only at 25% in the restaurant business, and we won't be at 50% until the 21st. Pennsylvania's auction more than 600 vehicles on October 13th. I keep saying I'd love to go to this. Auction starts at 10 a.m. in Mineham, Keystone, Pennsylvania, 488 Firehouse Road, Grantville. They have cars, motorcycles, SUVs, That, wonder if they'll be doing social distancing there. Wonder if they'll limit it to 250 people. Just wondering. You know, so often we forget. Today is 9/11 Day, but it's also Patriot Day. And it was Patriot Day before it was 9/11 Day. In remembrance of Patriot Day and 9/11, the state flags will be at half-mast. On Patriot Day, we commemorate the lives lost in the tragic events of September 11th. This said by Governor Wolf. Many of their brave sacrifices remind us to value our communities and bonds between every American, and to seek ways to serve one another. Kind of like what we do down here, Governor. The Department of Aging touts food programs for seniors during National Hunger Month. Now, we're going to get to that, but first, we're going to have to take a look at sports. And when we come back, I'm going to go through the how to watch Nctv45 on TV. We'll be right back.
The Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle wants you to indulge in the food from their pleasing menu. The Cedars features Mediterranean, pub food, Middle Eastern cuisine, and so much more. They're open every day, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call the Cedars on the east side at 827 Addis Street, Newcastle. 724-658-9543. That's 724-658-9543.
Hello and welcome to the Cedars Sports Corner, and let's get to football. Tonight, the Newcastle Red Hurricane taking on the Aliquippa Quips. That game will be seen right here on Nctv45. Also, Elwood City takes on Mohawk. We plan to have that game simulcast right here on Nctv45. And also Neshannock versus Laurel right here simulcast on Nctv45. Now, college football. Tonight, SMU was supposed to take on TCU. The game has been postponed. Major League Baseball. Your Friday, the Pirates are at Kansas City. The New York Mets, they're at Toronto. And your Cleveland Indians, they're at the Minnesota Twins. Just to give you an update, as sorry about that, but had to look around my camera. In the NBA, your Friday games tied at 3. Boston and Toronto. Denver will take on the LA Clippers. Now, just a note over in hockey. Your schedule looks like this for Friday. Tampa Bay will be at the New York Islanders. Now, this was the Cedars Sports Corner Report. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after these messages.
This program furnished by Sporting Goods, 23 East Washington Street, Newcastle. Call 724-658-2535.
This program sponsored by Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company. Brian Ches, owner. Call 724-498-4760. Brian would be glad to visit.
Alley's Upper Crust at 1700 Highland Avenue has a full menu: pizza, roll-ups, salad, soup, sandwiches, strombolis, dinners. They are just great for dine-in or take-out. Don't forget to give them a call at 724-652-7553. It's Alley's Upper Crust. Today's programming furnished by a grant from Chalala and Carney Florist on Mill Street in Newcastle. Jim Micco and Sons, 347 East Washington Street in Newcastle, can service a lot of your lawn equipment. It's jimmiccoandsons.com, their website, and you can email them at jimmiccoandsons@verizon.net. Their phone number, 724-652-6911. Proud sponsors of community television in Newcastle.
Hi friends, I'm Gary West, and whether you find Augustine's Pizza at your local grocery store, well, the folks at Augustine's Pizza hope that their pizza is always your first choice for any and all occasions.
Hello and welcome back. 63 degrees in Newcastle, and there is a light rain falling, if you would. That kind of unexpected. As I showed you local radar, I'm wondering where the heck this came from. Keep in mind that the precipitation still out west, and we were looking for that to get here tomorrow. 93% humidity. Winds are from the north at 5. Barometric pressure 30.27, dew point 61, visibility 10 miles. We'll get more to that as time goes on here with Lawrence County 45 weather. And during the pandemic, and which is ongoing, they said that President Trump had lied. There we go. Had lied to people. Well, the Department of Aging is touting food benefit programs for seniors during this month to support Hunger Action Month. And the reason they're doing it is they were worried. Well, Trump said he was worried about a run on the food supply if he would have done that, and they wouldn't have been able to get things out. So seems as though he was right all along. Now I'm going to show you a picture. See the cutout area? I mean, that's because they did it in green. We are in a normal as for the drought watch. Beaver, Mercer, Lawrence County. Butler, however, is in a drought watch. And they ask you to just pay attention, try to conserve what you do as far as using water. Now we're continuing on with Newswatch. Federal government ends the extra $300 a week for unemployed workers. It ends September 5th. And this is a real good example of something ending before it began. Pennsylvania Department of Industry, Jerry Alaska, received information from the Federal Emergency Management, FEMA, late yesterday that the Lost Wage Assistance Program, which provided an extra $300 a week for unemployed workers, was ending Saturday the 5th. No other employment benefits programs are affected. So if you were looking for that $300 a week, look for the 14th to receive a payment. That's what they're saying. Talk about a little wow. Program ends before it begins. That's awful. You know, we were talking the other day, and very few people might remember this. I do, because I'm old enough. Hubert H. Humphrey. Now, he ran for the presidency several times. Yesterday, Tom Wolfe received the American Political Science Association Hubert Humphrey Award. Okay, at the APSA meeting, it honors notable public service by politicians, scientists, and included Condoleezza Rice, Susan Rice, Mark Hatfield, Henry Cineras, Madeleine Albright, Donna Sheila, and Brent Sauerkraut. So hats off to Governor Wolfe for receiving that award. Now, as we continue on with Newswatch, and I guess I need to get a drink of something, and I'm debating. That did it. Maybe flush it down with some tea. I thank you for all the kind comments yesterday, by the way. It takes getting up early and being your community station, getting those programs out. It's a lot of work, but you're worth it. Senator Rand Paul, this is from the West Wing. We must take appropriate measures that allow kids to get back to school. We should take the coronavirus seriously, but we should take the rest of our society seriously too, and take appropriate measures that allow us to get back to school, work, and restructuring our economy. Senator Rand Paul writes in The Hill, every closed school is a parents who can't go to work. Every closed school puts at risk kids at more risk. Closed schools that is closed out of fear and not reality is a tragedy and should be avoided. That's what I was talking about at the beginning of the show. Inducing fear, shutting things down, taking away freedoms. That's what's happening. Mask studies in the Netherlands, they don't work. Social distancing works, we're social distancing. We better stop and think about this. Folks, your freedoms up against the ropes, as it's said in the song from Rocky. We're going to have to start to get the thinking cap on. A hard rain fell on the corner of the 47th and Union, where DeGeorge Wilson B. was shot and killed. Another child victim of Chicago's endless street gang wars. That out of the Chicago Tribune. Sad. Our freedom's up against the ropes. We got to put people like that away. President Trump's 20 additions to his Supreme Court list. Men and women named are committed to the American ideal of imperial rule of law, a value that makes our country exceptional. Ivanka Trump visits farmers to family's food box site in North Carolina as they work on continually getting the food out. Now, we're going to go to weather. Showed you the radar. Light rain is still falling in Newcastle. 63 degrees. Let's check out Lawrence County 45 weather.
BSB. Big Shot Bobs are the wings for me. 50 flavors, make it right, you see. BSB has sandwiches you have to try. Stop in and you'll know why. Every day of the week you see. Call or stop in to BSB. Big Shot Bobs will be your favorite place, just like me.
Easy Clean Car and Van Wash, where your clean wash is our goal. Run it again at Lindy's Lunch. Run it again with hot dogs, fries, burgers, and much more. For the 2-point conversion, try those daily specials. Run right in and you won't guard the score at Lindy's Lunch. Before the game, just right for lunch, or anytime. It's Lindy's Lunch. 2402 Wilmington Road, Newcastle. Nctv45 weather. Well, after last night's kind of cloudy low and 60, how is your Friday shaping up? Well, here you go. Local radar, rather clear. And the national scene, we've got some interesting skies. Now, if you're thinking about football, that cloudiness is holding off. We're going to eke out 1 day and a half. And after that, all bets are off. So, here you go with your forecast. Yes, last night, cloudy and 60. Your Friday, sunshine, 78. Friday night, clear and 57, just right. Tune in to Nctv45, watch the game, and enjoy. Now, Saturday, mostly sunny, 83. As the day goes on, the chance of rain increases. Saturday night, cloudy, low of 64, 80% chance of rain. So if you're going to be watching the football games we have on Saturday night, you're getting the rain. But you're kind of okay when it goes to Friday night. So Saturday night's the rain night. Sunday, showers, 80%, high of 80. Sunday night, mostly cloudy, 57. Chance of rain, 60%. Monday, everything clears out. Mostly sunny and 74. Monday night, mostly clear and 47. Tuesday, sunshine and 75. Tuesday night, mostly clear, 50. And your Wednesday, sunshine and 79. So you can see Saturday and Sunday, the rain day. So those Friday night games will be dry. A little wet for Wilmington and Greenville and Union and Shenango. Now, that was Lawrence County 45 weather. We're going to take this break and hear from these great people. We'll be back in a flash. Elham's for one great dining experience. Hello, friends, and it's Los Amigos. Let me tell you what, great food. Whether you get the chimichangas, enchiladas, tacos, whatever you get, you're going to love them. The nice, friendly atmosphere. Stop by. Tell them Nctv45 sent you. It's Los Amigos sponsoring this program. Run it again at Lindy's Lunch. Run it again with hot dogs, fries, burgers, and much more. For the 2-point conversion, try those daily specials. Run right in and you won't even need only hard to score at Lindy's Lunch. For the game, just right for lunch, or anytime. It's Lindy's Lunch. 2402 Wilmington Road, Newcastle.
There's more than meets the eye. You gotta give them a Newcastle a try.
Special thanks going out to Town Mall Pizza for sponsorship of this program, located in the Cascade Galleria, Newcastle.
At our law firm, we see you. Come see us at lgkg.com.
This program sponsored by Lombardo's Apothecary, located at 1230 South Mill Street on the south side of Newcastle.
Today's programming is brought to you by Nctv45 and NC Radio 450, Newcastle's community television station.
Folks, that's going to do it for this Friday, Patriot Day, 9/11. Please, as you go through the day, do a few things. Remember the patriots that gave their lives so you could have this country, this freedom. Remember those lives lost on September 11th. The people that tried to take your freedom away. And during this pandemic, please remember that freedom is only one generation away from extinction. Very important. Very important. Now, all the festivities, football, will be on here on NCTV45. We have put on Facebook, on our website, and on YouTube. If you go to NCTV45 on TV and watch it, it'll give you a real great instruction on just how to watch NCTV45 on your TV, in your house. And I guarantee you that once you see it, it'll become a no-brainer. In that you'll be able to get it real quick. That being said, the last thing, make sure that you tell a friend. And have a friend tell a friend about NCTV45. They'll be glad you did. And when they say, I don't watch a lot of TV, you tell them that NCTV45, why, we're available anytime on your time. Yes, a train that runs on your schedule, that's NCTV45 right here in Lawrence County. Now make sure that you get that second cup of coffee, iced tea, whatever it may be, and have a super day in what I call the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence. Have a great day, everybody. Mass coming up, football games coming up, morning show. I think we got to retool to make sure you get everything in, but we'll be on here all day right for you. So make sure that you tune in and tune in often. Have a great day, and we'll see you again real soon.